And now it's time for us to talk about something I didn't think I'd be talking about ever again, and that is the Blair Witch Project, everybody. That's right. Blair Witch Project is being rebooted, redone, remade, reanimated, and rebrought to your theater in a scary way that's not going to be as scary as the original one because, again, the first one was scary because we thought it was real. And that's why it worked. But Blumhouse right now is working on these projects at Lionsgate to hold these reboots of all these old franchises, and they're doing Blair Witch. Now, Blair Witch, actually, it's one of those movies I don't think you should actually touch. You shouldn't touch it. But there's the original actors from the first one are coming forward. Heather Donahue, Joshua Leonard, and Michael Williams, because this reboot's coming, they're coming forward and being like, hey, we need more money. Which doesn't make any sense to me. They did this under a contract that wasn't SAG, but they're saying because it did so well, they should get paid retroactively what they should have been paid under SAG guidelines. But you didn't.
That's not how that works.
It's not how it works. And so they said they want more money. I guarantee that Lionsgate's fucking laughing about this shit behind closed doors. It's like, want more money. And we also want you to give out $60,000 as a prize to upcoming artists who are going to make a budget on the same budget as the original Blair Witch, and then give them that money as a thing so they can make their own movie too, which is noble. It's noble, but that's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to happen though.
They're saying but no.
Yeah, they're saying it's for acting services rendered in the original Blair Witch Project, equivalent to the sum they would have been allocated through SAG-AFTRA officially. And they want money for the reboot, the sequel, the prequel, toys, games, rides, escape rooms, and all the shebangs. So they said, gimme, more. And what's it all for? My fucking pocketbook. It doesn't work this way. Contracts don't work this way. The business doesn't work this way. And I understand they probably didn't get paid well for it, but again, it was found footage shit. It did have a sequel. Angel did have a sequel. And there was also the porn spinoff, the Bear Wench Project came out too. So that means,
what? Are you serious? How would you know that?
I remember seeing that family video back in the day.
My goodness.
I mean, it probably made more money. It's a great title. Great porn title.
Yeah, it was shot in 4K. The original wasn't.
Bear Wench coming your way, everybody. But what do you think? What do you think, Jake? Okay, you've dealt with some contract stuff, managing stuff. Can these actors go after more money now, this long in the future, for wages that they weren't offered in the contract at that time?
No, I mean they can fight for it, but it won't go anywhere. They're just raising stink. That's This is about as far as it's going to go. As us talking about it right here. So
doesn't smell good, does it?
No, I mean if they had no idea it was going to be successful in the beginning. It was a project and. It happened to blow up, and now they're like, oh, well, it's doing good, even though we really didn't have that much, into it. And they're just trying to ride the coat waves because they spent all the money they made and they need more. And they're like, oh no, let's not do anything new. Let's just go after what we did.
Well, I mean, did they make any money at all for the first one though? Because they could have made
ultra low budget shit, Mike.
I think they might have but I don't even know if there were contracts in the original where they're like, it wasn't a production.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they definitely had contracts, but it was non-union shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
that's what it is. It's just non-union, and so it's bare minimum money. You're not getting anything really. You're not getting these SAG wages. You're not getting what people would expect to get if you're like, oh, I'm on a TV show. It doesn't work that way. It's your movie. You're freaking doing a non-union shoot. That's not. It's supposed to be fake. So of course you're getting nothing, You could even promote them as being actual actors on this as well. I did a project. We never finished it. It was semi like this, like found footage shit. And it was under SAG though. And they never released it, but it was kind of like this. We found footage shit, but that was falling off of this world. Like people love to do this shit. So, and the reboot again, Jake, can the reboot work? I don't think it can. Can a reboot work at this? Because at this point it was all about being like, it's real. And now we know long and fucking in the future that it's not fucking real.
Well, no, it won't work. I mean, the best reboot to a Blair Witch is to make a new one and don't tell anybody that you're doing it, and then let people not know that it's real. Just put it out there and say nothing about it in the beginning, and then that's because that's how they did the first one. But it's not going to work. So
I'm sorry. We're all gonna ignore the fact that there's two eyes staring behind Jake. We're all just gonna ignore that fact. Does anyone else see that?
Shit, oh my God.
I'm freaking out this entire segment. I
Where
don't
is
know what the fuck that is. It's to your left.
Don't turn around.
Do not turn around. We might lose you, Jake. But holy shit!
Watch out. for the Bear Wench.
Your left shoulder, there's a demon.
There it is.
Oh, shit. See, there's just two lines. You just stared at.
I don't know what.
Oh no!
What?
He's gone. He's fucking gone.
Yo, he's staring in the. Yeah, he's gonna be standing in a corner. We're gonna be fucked. Oh,
Watch out for the Bear Wench.
How's this going?
Oh boy, Mike. Mike, can this work?
Amazing, Jake. Oh my god. Can this
Mike, can this work? Can this work, a reboot of this? And will these kids ever see any more money after all is said and done?
You already said it. The only reason anybody gave a shit, the only reason it had any interest at all, it was because people thought that it might have been real. I remember the scuttlebutt about this would have been like, what, like juniors, seniors in high school. People are like, oh, like, is it real? No, it's bullshit. Like, just even that water cooler kind of talk is what propelled it to the amount of success that it had. In terms of them getting paid, I mean, the idea is that, like, okay, so if you didn't make any money on the original, you were paid in exposure, right? And I know that that's bullshit, and people talk about, like, oh, like, you should work for just the exposure, but they got paid a nominal amount, and they also had exposure. Like, that's what you get, bro. Like, you have to
Solid point, Mike.
capitalize on that when
Fucking point.
it's available. And we're working persons, a working actors program. We're always supporting the working man. So I think the fact that we're like, hey guys, like, you have to make the most of the opportunity that was given to you. Like, you didn't negotiate any points on the back end at the beginning because you didn't have any power. Like, this is the way that the industry works now, and the way that it's always
This is the way.
work. Like,
yeah, I'm not familiar.
Back after the fact.
Have like any of the original actors like gone on to do anything else, or doing like they didn't use this as a vehicle, correct? It doesn't sound like.
No, they didn't use it right, and that happens a lot of times. It just happens a lot of times, unfortunately.
Horror movies didn't have the same kind of cultural cachet around
Back
like
then.
the year 2000 as they do now. There was no A24 to pump that shit skyward.
Yeah.
No, I think that the thing about Blair Witch wasn't about the performance of the actors. It was the novelty of the approach to that storytelling, right? And the way it was filmed and that kind of thing. And that started its own little subgenre within horror, and it was replicated and imitated and all that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, I don't think I remember any of the characters' names. I don't think I remember any of the people in the movie, just because it was secondary. You know, to your point, Mike, like, yeah, the whole gist of this was that it could have been a real thing, right? This footage was found, yada, 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 like, and then, you know, someone did it better, and then Cloverfield became Cloverfield, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's I feel for him, obviously, because I want actors to be paid a fair way, and for them to utilize that in a way to, you know, provide and grow and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just not where it is. So.
Yeah, I wish they would have utilized that shit. You know, I wish they utilized it, made some freaking, made some good choices.
I mean, I don't think any of us know like what they did with their moment that they had. They may have tried incredibly hard and just got like slapped down like Charles Barkley.
They went on and produced the Bear Wench Project. That's what they did.
Did they? Were they involved with the Bear Wench? Were they? Were they the same?
Johnny Sins was originally one of the.
Who's what?
Watch out for the Bear Wench. She's coming your way. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Pep Star. I don't think anybody cares about this. And these kids are these guys. They're adults now. I should say they're adults. I just think whoever's telling them go after money for the future stuff, that it's just barking up the wrong tree, unfortunately for them. So I think they're going to have a big battle coming forward. They think they're going to win this. And at the end of the battle, they're going to lose.